Nigel Farage joins me now. Nigel, all of the things that you've been saying for years are coming to fruition. And what is being hailed as this fantastic, groundbreaking, win-win-win deal by Suella Braverman and Rishi Sunak is, frankly, is it not, just more money for the French with absolutely no result expected?
45 million in 2018, 3 million 2019, 54 million 2019, 55 million 2020, and I could go on. And the more money we give, the more that come. And we've got to stop thinking like this. We will never, ever stop people launching from those French beaches. They're coming from a 70-mile wide stretch. There are hundreds of square miles of sand dunes. And once they're in the water, the French assist them into British waters. The fact of this is simple. Stop blaming the French. Stop blaming anybody else. They're coming because we're allowing it. It is just as simple as that. And I don't think, in terms of this being a political crisis, it's even begun. Because what we witnessed this morning on St Margaret's Beach near Dover was a boat with about 10 men on. 3 of them were stopped and picked up by Border Force and the police. The other 7 have gone. They've gone.
Yeah.
They're not running through the countryside. They're now being met, Patrick, by motor cars and being taken straight into criminal activity. And I predict the next phase of this will be landings on Kent beaches during the hours of darkness. And even when they're caught, they know their chance of being returned to Albania or anywhere else is very, very limited indeed. And we're now at a point where this issue, I mean, forget the economy even, this issue alone will cost the Conservatives the next election. And for Sunak and Braverman today to hail this as some sort of breakthrough, frankly, we've heard it all before, we're bored. And in response, Sir Keir Starmer, frankly, has nothing to say. Nobody in Westminster is prepared to lift a finger.
No, it's actually offensive, though, Nigel, and I can't help but wonder whether or not it's almost a little bit like that gender row, isn't it, where we're being asked to suspend complete and utter logic, right? Now, you look at it and you go, we've got people who are clearly not children, clearly not seeking asylum from any kind of war-torn country, clearly not here for, quotes, a better life. They're here to work in an underground illegal economy, to abscond at the first possible opportunity to do that, to take a load of cash, literally bags of it, in fact, back to Albania or wherever else to build a nice house. But yet we keep being told that we've got to be this open, welcoming country. The reality is we're just being taken for a ride, aren't we?
Well, it's worse than that. No, it's worse than that. I mean, look at what happened on Westminster Bridge, through Parliament Square and to Churchill's statue on Saturday. Now, this was Remembrance Weekend. There were military veterans, families, widows coming up the day before the cenotaph to pay their own personal, private respects. What we saw on Saturday was evidence that both illegal and legal immigration are changing the culture of our country beyond recognition. Clearly, those Albanians protesting did not know what a sacred weekend this was in the British calendar, cared less. We are changing the very nature of our society, of our community, of our customs, our traditions, and that's being done to us by Westminster politicians. And it's about time that penny dropped with the British public, and I think it is.
Yeah, Nigel, I can't help but feel as though we are living through a very unfortunately historic time. Building on what you just said there, where history will look back at this moment, yes, all right, it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. But they'll look back at this particular phase now and go, that was where we lost it. That was where we lost this country.
Yes, and I think that is the great danger, and it's what depresses me, frankly, more than anything else. I've been screaming about all of this from the top of the rooftops for some years. I even, in the referendum campaign, Patrick, launched a poster showing columns coming in illegally to Europe. And, of course, the EU have got this wrong. We've got this wrong. There is no stopping it. And just a sort of final thought on this, if I may.
Yeah.
You know, I'm told the numbers, and you're showing some footage now, I'm told the numbers over in Dunkirk and Calais at the moment waiting to cross are simply eye-watering. This crisis, this emergency, hasn't even begun.
Nigel Farage, thank you very, very much. And no doubt you'll be going rather heavily on this evening, Nigel, I would imagine. Thank you very much. Do you want to just do a quick thing about what you've actually got coming up?
Yeah, Patrick, I'm going to be talking about all of this and really, drilling down into the sheer cowardice of our Westminster politicians and how utterly disconnected they are with the country. A very, very large, settled majority of this country are appalled at what's going on. It's now the biggest gap between Westminster and the public I think I've ever seen.